Democrats have real problems, and the media for the longest time has been able to ignore them because they focused on the divisions within the Republican Party. They focused on the crack up of the Republican Party, supposedly. They focused on the rise of Donald Trump and how a lot of Republicans kind of feel alienated from their own party. They've been able to focus on that stuff, and they've ignored the problems in the Democratic Party right now. The rise of the hardcore progressive wing of the Democratic Party that flirts with socialism and Marxist ideas, including just print money and take care of everything. This is a problem for the Democrats. About the only people who don't realize it's a problem for the Democrats are some of the Democratic leaders who are so out to lunch on this stuff, they're oblivious to it. But most of them recognize it's a problem. When you have Bernie Sanders coming out and saying progressives came close to winning and Joe Biden's not giving us cabinet picks, that's a problem for Joe Biden. When Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who campaigns with Bernie Sanders, supported Bernie Sanders, endorsed Bernie Sanders, when she comes out and says, we need new leadership in the Democratic Party, the Democrats have problems. And the media has kicked the can down the road trying to ignore these problems. They're not going to be able to ignore the problems anymore. They're not going to be able to do it. And to the extent they try, they're going to depend on Donald Trump to help them. Someone needs to be telling Donald Trump right now that for the next couple of months after he leaves the White House, he just needs to keep his head down and let the Democratic squabbling break out. Don't cheer it. Don't say anything about it. Don't make eye contact with it. Just let it happen. Because if Donald Trump's not there to throw jabs and rebut and respond, there's going to be nobody there for the Democrats to unite against. They're not going to be united against the Republicans because the Republicans, frankly, are rather fractious as well. But the Republicans won't be the ones in charge. Even if they have the Senate, they won't be the ones in charge. It'll be Joe Biden as president. He'll be the leader of the Democratic Party, where half the Democrats hate the other half of the Democrats. The feud is happening. It's going to spill out even more. It's going to be very interesting. You know, the Democrats will have maybe a 5-6 seat majority. Even with the virus, they're going to have to meet in person. The Congress has to meet in person to vote for the new speaker. What happens if some of the Democrats are quarantined and can't be there? Could Kevin McCarthy become speaker? Will the Republicans have the votes? Who knows? It's going to make it exciting. It's going to make it dramatic. And then they've got to deal with the Electoral College. Will any of the Republicans stand up? You know, you can tell you're getting played to a degree in this because even Ron Johnson, the senator from Wisconsin, who's out there saying, oh, that we think all these people voted who shouldn't have voted in Wisconsin, he's not even going to object to the Electoral College, even though he's out there holding these hearings on voter fraud. The Republicans are going to support Joe Biden officially becoming president. They will not ignore or try to cancel the Electoral College. They will do it. That'll make some of the president's base very angry. But then it ushers in the Biden era. And the Biden era is going to see feuding between the Democrats, feuding that we haven't seen in a while. And I'll tell you one thing the Democrats and the press are going to do is they're going to work overtime to try to keep it quiet. They're going to work overtime to try to stop these stories. But these stories are going to sell papers. In an era without Donald Trump to inspire and excite the media, seizing on AOC and the squad battling the Democrats is what will draw ratings. It will draw market share. It will draw eyeballs to papers and websites. The media is not going to be able to help it but cover this stuff. And when they trot out the geriatric Democrats to respond, it's going to prove that the progressives are right. And then, of course, the Republicans are going to redistrict and set themselves up for power in 2022. And that's going to marginalize the Democrats, weed out even more of the centrist Democrats whose districts become Republican. It's going to leave a hardcore, angry base of progressives with policies and ideas that alienate even more Americans. And Joe Biden is going to have to deal with that. And I don't know that he's capable, and I don't know that Kamala Harris is capable, but I can see it coming. You can see it coming. Everybody knows it's coming. And the Democrats have no idea what they're going to do about it.